Let's take a look at solving systems of linear equations, two variables. I say by matrices, but we'll look at them a couple different ways on HP prime. Let's look at our first example. This one right here. Okay, so we got 8x plus 2y is equal to 3, and 7x minus y is equal to 2. Well, let's look at the slickest way to do this. This way works especially well if you're dealing with two equations and two variables, but doesn't deal well with other sizes. Okay, it want to be in your apps menu, so you press your apps if you're not already there. And if you go down, you see there's a linear solver here. So not the Linear Explorer, I was trying to think what that was called, but the Linear Solver. If we go into that, press enter on it, then it's set up here so you can enter in your number before your x, before your y, and your number on the right side. And you can kind of see the setup on it. So I do 8, enter, 2, enter, 3, enter, 7, enter, -1, enter, and then 2, enter. So I got 8, 2, 3, 7, -1, and 2. And you see it comes down here and tells us our answers. So x is equal to, I'll take it 2 decimal places, 0.32. Y is equal to 0.23. Okay. Now these are the values for x and y. If I press my home button, you see it still says linear solver up there. If I do vars, you see linear solver is our first one, so I do 1 for that. And then you see under numeric, we have the system, we have the solution, modes, angle, format, digits, complex. Okay, now let's compare these two. If I choose system and then press enter, this gives us the matrix representation of it. It's basically doing matrices for you, just kind of hiding the fact. Okay, now if I go back to my vars and linear solver, 1 for linear solver and 1 for numeric, and I choose 2 for L solution, and then press enter. Look what it gave us. The same values we came up over in the other location. And now if I press my fraction button, this A and then B over C, you see we get our answer is really 7 over 22 and 5 over 22. If I put that in for x and put this in for y, then that's what causes that to be true. Okay, very slick. It's doing matrices kind of behind the scenes. Now let's take a look at how to do it directly. So we're not doing it behind the scenes, but we're going to be working with it. Okay, 8x plus 2y is equal to 3. 7x minus y is equal to 2. Now this actually both methods only work if you have the x's in the same column, the y's in the same column, and the other numbers on the other side of the equals. Now we're going to write down a matrix that goes along with that. So I got 8, 2, 3, 7, -1, 2. I drop the x's, y's, and equals and keep the numbers in their signs. Now this is usually its size of a matrix is rows by columns. So we'd have 2 rows here by 3 columns. Okay. Although I think you can do it probably from any location. I'm going to go back to my apps and go up to function because I know I can do it from there. And press enter. Once you get there, go home. So press my home button. Give me an up arrow and clean those out. Those are the same answers we just got, wasn't it? Okay. There we go. Now I want to enter that matrix in. Now you see on your 4 in blue it says matrix. So if I do Shift 4, it'll bring up the matrix menu. And if I come up to my first one, M1, and then choose Edit, then I can input in my matrix. So I do 8, enter, 2, and I'm going to do a right arrow, or enter, I guess, first. But I'm going to come up here and I'm going to do a right arrow and put my 3 here. Won't go there automatically. Once you put a 3 there, it automatically adds that new column. And then I'll do 7, enter, -1, enter, 2, enter. So I got 8, 2, 3, 7, -1, 2. And that's an M1. So I press home to exit out. Now if I do my toolbox, you'll see you got a matrix menu. If I do 7, I want to choose RREF. That stands for Reduced Row Echelon Form. So if I choose 3 for RREF, now I need to tell it to do RREF on what? And remember, we put our matrix in M1. So I'm just going to type M1. So I have to locate M. It's above the plus or below the plus or minus. So I do alpha, plus or minus, and then 1. Probably is a very simple way to get those. But if you just type in, you get it. And then press enter. Now we got decimals. We don't want decimals. So again, we can push our fraction button. And you see what we came up with was 1, 0, 0, 1, 7 over 22, and 5 over 22. Now, to tell if it worked or not, if you look in your first, since we're dealing with 2 equations, 2 variables, you look in your first 2 by 2 square, you should see a diagonal 1, zeros over else. And if you do, that means it worked. And this will be your x, and this will be your y. The order of your answers is the same order as your columns here. We put x's in the first column, y's in the second column. So this is x and this is y. And we'd write it the same way. This would be 7 over 22, comma, 5 over 22. And that's our answer. Now, the advantages, this first method I showed you here is real slick. It had it already set up for us. But it's designed to work with 2 equations, 2 variables. The RREF method I just showed you over here, you can use with any size matrix, any acceptable size. We'll see that there's a linear solver for 3 equations, 3 variables too. But if you got 4 equations, 4 variables, you do have to use this. Anyway, that's how to solve a linear system of equations in two equations, 2 variables by using matrices on HP Prime.